Hello everyone, Andrew here, and welcome back to Donkey Kong Country 2! Last time we finished off the first two levels of World 3, and now we are going to continue on, although something I didn't really point out last time, even though it is kind of obvious, is that this overworld map actually kind of scrolls to the right, which is pretty interesting considering the first two did not do that, and I don't believe there were any kind of overworlds in Donkey Kong Country 3 that scrolled, other than the main overworld, of course. I've also always found it kind of funny how you have Wrinkly Kong, Funky Kong, and Cranky Kong all together here at the same time. You kind of all unlock them after you beat the second level, so I always thought that was kind of funny. But anyway, without further ado, the third level of this world is Krockhead Klamber. Now, I love this level for one specific reason, and it's just so many people are going to like mess this up. And it's just because it's something that so many people would never think to do in a game where your head is always just, okay, levels go left to right, so why would you ever look behind the beginning, right? Right? I have always loved video games that hide things behind the start, because who thinks to look there? Although it is definitely this very level has forever made me always press left at the start of side-scrolling levels and just make sure that I'm not missing anything behind the start. Because if you do miss something, if you do miss this, you're actually missing a very big secret. And yeah, this is kind of tricky. I'm kind of just going along and doing it anyway. You got a treasure chest here, 4 kills, and the treasure chest will reveal the DK coin of the level. So you need to go behind the start, do a whole bunch of crazy character throwing acrobatics, and that is how you get the DK coin. Man, I don't remember Donkey Kong Country 3 ever doing that! Oh, this game is freaking fantastic. But I say that a lot, don't I? Although I'm going to say it again anyway. Donkey Kong Country 2 is pretty awesome, and you are a jumping guy, and yeah, he kind of jumped right over the blocks that I threw. Boxes are kind of interesting. I mean, it's almost like the same as throwing a barrel at an enemy, except barrels will roll, but, you know, boxes kind of just smash, regardless of what they hit. Now, why did I even risk that? Thank goodness we have Dixie here, although we might have been able to just barely make that jump even without her. But yeah, so far, so good. And thank goodness there's a DK barrel right there. It's always awesome when you lose a character, and then, you know, just pretty much a few seconds later you come across a DK barrel, so it's almost like nothing was lost. The swamp levels, though, they're pretty linear. I mean, of course, I mean, not when you really have to go behind the start like that. And not necessarily in the last one either, because the way we kind of had to run to the left and follow that enemy. But the swamp, bog, bayou, whatever we want to call them levels, require some very precise platforming and very well-timed kind of enemy bounces. I didn't even really need to do that. Dixie lets you cheat across everything, but, I mean, you just really... Whoa, see, I almost dropped there. You just really have to be on your A game here now. There's an arrow pointing up there. Can we do this? Yes, we can. So, I mean, you kind of just have to see the arrow and be like, okay, maybe I should throw a character up there, because it doesn't even let you see the bonus barrel before you are inside of it. Also, I mean, he's not even inside of a box, just kind of like, hey, here's, you know, Squidder guy, kill a couple of enemies, and get a bonus coin. That bonus game's not very hard. I mean, you have to say that we have seen... quite a few... Whoa, really? It won't let you go to the left on Squidder? That's actually pretty funny. Although, it will probably let us go to the left after we lose him, right? Oh, no. Wow, this is like Mario, Super Mario Brothers 1 again. It doesn't let you go to the left. That's really funny. But I lost my train of thought. Yeah, some of the bonus games in this game haven't been super difficult. I mean, it's almost like finding the bonus game is more difficult than actually beating the bonus game, unlike Donkey Kong Country 3, where there actually were quite a few that put up a decent fight, and those were mainly the collect 15 green banana ones, and sometimes some of the other ones too, because they could have been really big jerks. But don't worry, the bonus games will get much more difficult, and I will be much more happier in the future, although, I mean, I can't really deny that things have been pretty difficult so far, especially as far as the, you know, the DK coin being well hidden. I have, like, there hasn't really been a level so far where I could say, you know, that DK coin placement sucked. Unlike Donkey Kong Country 3. Oh man, okay. And also, this is making me very nervous here. Like again, like I was saying, did I mention that these levels require some very precise platforming? I'm not sure if I did or not. Oh man. Okay, what do we want to get here? We could get the G. Is there anything behind the end? Is there? Sometimes they will be really... Whoa, 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 I meant to throw you upwards. That would have been very bad. Sometimes they will be very, very big jerks, and you'll hit the target, and then the screen will kind of scroll to the left, to the right, and you'll see that there was something over here that you missed. So I mean, just as you should always check to the left of the start, you should always check to the right of the end, because you never know what nasty tricks this game has up its sleeve. I can guarantee you that. Anyway, G. There we go. All of the Kong letters up to 8 lives. Yeah! You go, Dixie. You go. So yeah, overall, swamp levels don't usually take too long, but you know, they're definitely pretty tricky, and there was a lot of room for error there, but I'm not going to complain that we made it out pretty, you know, harmlessly. No, not harmlessly. Pretty scratch-free? Something like that. Rattle Battle is up next, and this is a pretty interesting level. You could go in this door to the right, but then you would be ignoring this banana that is right here, and you can get these two, although it's really mean, because if you don't have both partners, you kind of just have to stare at the bonus barrel and accept the fact that you're never going to be able to go inside of it. But because we do have both of them, we can enter a bonus game where we find the token, and this is kind of a pretty basic find the token minigame. Is there anything to the left over here? No, there is not. So overall, I mean, again, kind of follows the thing where I was talking about, you know, bonus games haven't really been too difficult. I mean, 25 seconds to do what you easily could have done in like 8 seconds, so not too difficult. Finding the bonus game was actually more difficult than playing it, which seems to be the philosophy of this game, but I'm not even going to complain about that. Also, the coin and bananas come back, so we might as well get them, and we're not even going to use the barrel because we're cool like that. Anyway, going inside of here brings us to this. And this is Rattly. We saw him in one of the levels in World 1. And when you enter this barrel, you'll actually transform into him. And yeah, you can't kind of go into the level without him. You actually have to transform into him like that. And then you can continue on your way. And yes, this whole level is going to take place as him. I've always really liked using him. He's probably one of my favorite animal partners in Donkey Kong Country history, just because who does not love to jump super high? It was a shame that he didn't come back in Donkey Kong Country 3. I guess we'll just have to deal with that. Also, you might notice that he kind of does a little bit of a bounce, even when you're not pressing anything. If you press B at the height of that bounce, you'll actually get a little bit of extra height in your jump. So it's kind of a decent thing to remember if you want to. Also, I need to remember where all the secrets are hidden in this level. I know the DK coin is kind of tricky, so I'm just trying to kind of calculate all of that in my head. I know the general idea of where it is, but there's a lot of places that look similar to that. Basically, spoilers, the DK coin is hidden inside of a wall that you have to go through. And I know that's going to be a massive surprise because, you know, things are never hidden inside of walls in this game. Oh, man. Okay, like, see, any one of these walls could be the one I'm accidentally missing. Do I want to go down here? Yes, thank goodness. I actually want to go down there. So we could have gone to the left. Okay, so that happens if you go to the right. But I'm guessing this is a bonus game? Yes, it is. Second bonus game of the level, and it is Find the Token. Let's see if this one's any easier than the last one. Actually, wow, so they actually only give you 10 seconds this time. I mean, that's obviously a little bit more difficult because, I mean, we are above a bottomless pit. But not too bad. Up to 31 now. And yeah, it's also interesting to know... Hey, I was completely on your head there. That was very mean. I love the music in this level, and it's actually... I don't believe it ever returns. It's kind of a remix of, you know, the old... ship theme from the first world, except, you know, it's... Whoa! I got a 1-up as I was dying. Now, normally I would be pretty upset that I died in this video, but it was worth it just to see that. As I died, I grabbed a banana that gave me a 1-up as I was losing a life. Like, that's probably not something that happens too often. That's awesome. Anyway, did I get a checkpoint? Please tell me that I got a checkpoint. And we're playing through the level again, and I can't even get the bonus game because Diddy's not here, but I'm gonna get the coin. See you in a sec. Officially, Radley's hit detection officially sucks, and that is all I can say about that matter. I mean, for goodness sake, I'm definitely jumping on these enemies, and it's like, nope. That's not the way it works in this game. So I'm going to be very scared for the duration of the level. I can guarantee you that. Especially with these enemies that jump... Like, look at that! I was on his head! I jumped directly onto his head! So therefore, every single death in this video is completely shenanigans. And I'm not putting up with that. All you people keeping death counts out there, this video is null and void and does not apply, I swear. Darn it! Okay, let's see. Seems to be the part where I always die. And it's just because these guys are no! No! And I had 99 bananas again. I always die when I have 99 bananas. Oh, so how many deaths? That's 3 deaths in this video. Is that like the... I think that's the total number of deaths so far before this point. Bah! Can we do it? Can we actually do it? Can we actually make it past these guys without taking any more damage? Like, this guy is one of the worst ones because I always seem to run into his face. Okay, okay, oh, this is where the DK coin is. Just seeing that zinger there indicates exactly where the DK coin is. Okay, so go to the right, and look at that banana. Look at that freaking banana. Like, like this, like... That's the whole trick here. You would never think to kind of go along the bottom of the barrels. Therefore, you would never see that banana and never even think to jump towards it and get the DK coin. Like, that is an absolutely awesome secret. And, like, I know I say it every 10 seconds, but it makes me happy. Okay, so this is going to be a good day. But anyway, let's see here. Let's continue on. Does this level have any more bonus games? I actually haven't really checked. I forgot to look at if we have the exclamation mark or not, but maybe we do. Or maybe we don't, or maybe we get the end there, and we have one more letter to go. What else do we got? Okay, we have an arrow pointing upwards, so if an arrow in the last level taught us anything, it's that we should probably go down as far as we can go. Now, there is a bonus game here. I think I mentioned before that I never really realized that you could hold the A button to charge up Radley's jump. So for the longest time, I didn't know that you could do a super high jump like that, therefore I didn't really understand the purpose of that arrow. I don't know, I mean, it's just, I mean, Y is run, B is jump. Why would I ever press the A button in Donkey Kong Country? It didn't do anything in the first Donkey Kong Country game, so why would it do anything in this Donkey Kong Country game? You know, the concept of new features was just foreign back then. 32, the time was 22, but 32, collect the stars was not too difficult. We could go back in and do the bonus game again since it was so much fun, but we will probably not do that today. Anyway, let's see what else we got here. We got you, we gotta destroy you. How is that even fair? I could not even see that when I landed on it. This game is bogus. Anyway, that guy was not too difficult to kill. And we have a zinger here. Where is the N hidden? Also, I'm getting very scared because I hate these guys. I mean, where's the G? There's the G. Okay, let's take this slowly. Yes, yes. Now, I do not trust jumping off of this at all. So I'm likely going to fall down a hole? No, it doesn't look like it, I guess. Okay, darn, darn. What are you doing to me, game? What are you doing to me? How am I even supposed to do this? What's the perfect time to let go? Yes, I don't care if I missed the banana. Forget that. And wow, that was actually really pretty freaking good. Bouncing off all of the enemies. Can't take this guy past to get the bananas. And hey, we get a thing because we are Dixie. Okay, balloon, 2, 3, balloon! And we end the video with 10 lives. Actually, I don't think this is the first video we've ended with 10 lives. It seems to be a pretty common thing sometimes. Just like dying when you have 99 bananas, apparently. Club's Kiosk, you may remember him. But we're actually not going to pay him right now, as I want to keep all of our Krem coins until the end. Then we'll just kind of unload all of them at the same time. That way we can see what our overall game total is. Anyway, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. That takes us to Slime Climb. But, unfortunately, this is going to be a rather short video because of the way that things are set up and the way that I have plans for the future as far as things in this Let's Play go. It makes the most sense to once again end this video off with only 2 levels done. Although I can promise you that the next level is going to have 2 levels plus a boss fight. And one of those levels is going to cause me much pain and suffering if things do not go super well. So look forward to that, you know, pain and suffering. I know people enjoy to see me in agony. So yeah, hopefully that makes up for another video with only 2 levels in it. But in the meantime, thank you very much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. And actually, I guess since, you know, we're ending so early, why don't we go save and see what our progress is so far, since we have 2 coins to do so anyway. There you go, 36%. 32 Krem coins, 14 DK coins, in only an hour and 22 minutes. We now officially have the best file on the cartridge, and we haven't even been playing as long as any of the other files. That's pretty hilarious. That's why I could never play two-player in this game, because I would just have to watch the other person play through the levels, and just I would have no choice but to shout, "You're missing a secret! You can go through that wall! There's a coin over there! Bonus game up ahead!" Like, oh, I would just... Don't ever play Donkey Kong Country 2 Lime Around, please. Unless you know where every single secret is, it will probably be disastrous. And I apologize in advance for... in case, you know, it ever happens somehow. Anyway, Slime Climb next time. That rhymed. And I have to go and do a thing. Oh, I didn't even end that with a rhyme. Anyway, before we get into puns next or something like that, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and hope to see you next time for more. So thanks, and see you later.